Something that really surprised many was Avalanche Studios, best known for their Just Cause games as well as the underrated 2015 Mad Max title, working with id Software on Rage 2. Bethesda Softworks has for the most part for the last number of years been delivering games from their studios, the studios that are owned by their parent company ZeniMax Media. Around 2009 and 2010, ZeniMax made a massive push acquiring studios that include id Software, Arcane Studios, Machine Games, and Tango Gameworks. In the past, Bethesda Softworks published many games from independent studios, but all of that changed once they acquired all of these studios. That's why seeing Avalanche, an outside studio, work on a game like Rage 2 took many by surprise. But this news, coming before E3 2018, made me think maybe there is a chance a Fallout spin-off is coming by an outside studio. But obviously that didn't happen, with Bethesda Game Studios revealing a spin-off game developed by them called Fallout 76 at E3 2018, which is an online survival RPG, much different than previous games in the franchise. But for years, we've heard rumors that a Fallout spin-off is happening. I believe just about a year or two ago, there was the fake Fallout New Orleans trademark that was discovered, which many linked to Obsidian Entertainment, who developed what I consider the best Fallout game in the franchise, Fallout New Vegas. These rumors began mainly because an Obsidian developer, Josh Sawyer, who has a long history working on Fallout games including New Vegas, had been teasing on Instagram a project involving Louisiana. Then what followed was the fake trademark, but Obsidian soon later shot down the rumors, revealing they were actually working on Pillars of Eternity 2, which was the Project Louisiana. Now, even with that said, Obsidian long has discussed their hopes of making a new Fallout game, which is why after Fallout 4 released, many thought a New Vegas ordeal would happen again. And if you don't know what I mean, 2 years after Fallout 3 released in 2008, developed by Bethesda Game Studios, a spin-off game from Obsidian Entertainment arrived in 2010, being Fallout New Vegas. So even with Fallout 76 being just announced, there's still many curious if any other Fallout spin-off games may come down the road, but unfortunately Todd Howard revealed in an interview with The Guardian that it's doubtful we'll see an outside game studio ever develop another Fallout title. The interviewer would bring up Fallout New Vegas and how Bethesda plugged the long gap between its own Fallout games by having another developer, being Obsidian Entertainment, develop a Fallout spin-off game. Todd would be asked if we would ever see something like that happen again, and he would respond saying, "I wouldn't say never, but now that our company is so big, it's always better to keep stuff internal. It's become less likely, but I could never say never. I thought the Obsidian guys did a fabulous job." Now the truth is, I'm not really surprised by this answer because Fallout 76 is a game that will last for years, a game that will keep this brand alive until Bethesda Game Studios gets to Fallout 5, which is probably not happening for at least another 7 to 10 years, with Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6 next in line. From a business point of view, it probably makes the most sense for why Todd wishes to keep this internal, as I think it obviously costs more having an outside studio work on one of their franchises. As he notes, this is why they've expanded and become a bigger studio, so they hopefully create more games faster. Also, Fallout 76 will feature recurrent consumer spending, and I am 100% sure they want to keep players engaged on this for as long as they can. This is a much cheaper and low-risk game coming this fall, which has the potential to be huge in profits. While there are certainly a good chunk of players not ecstatic for Fallout 76, mainly because it is multiplayer focused, there are a lot of people that are, as I noticed in a poll I did recently. But also, this doesn't factor the much larger audience of casual players who are just looking for a fun game to play this fall, and a Fallout game that you can play with friends is going to be a huge draw. Now, no matter what though, this news has me a little disappointed. I really have hopes that one day Obsidian does get the opportunity to have another shot. In 2013, the Obsidian CEO discussed what a Fallout New Vegas 2 would or could look like from them, and it honestly had me hopeful. He would say in an interview with Rock Paper Shotgun, "So I think if we were going to do Fallout New Vegas 2 or just a new Fallout, we would probably separate it from the internal team at Bethesda's doing. We'd keep it on the West Coast because we're West Coast people. They're East Coast, so it makes sense. And we need an interesting confined area, so I mean, it could be LA, Fallout LA. That would be interesting. It would probably be the Boneyard, which is from Fallout 1. It could be very different. It could be almost a Walking Dead meets Fallout-like thing because of all the radiation." This interview would end with Rock Paper Shotgun then talking with Todd Howard, who would actually acknowledge a Fallout New Vegas 2 or another Obsidian developed Fallout game would make sense, but obviously things have changed. Anyway, this is just my opinion, but even if it isn't Obsidian Entertainment, another developer putting their spin on a Fallout game really could be something interesting, at the very least. But with Bethesda Game Studios continuing to grow, it doesn't sound like that'll ever happen. But there is one upside, and that is some seriously special mods coming, like Fallout New California and Fallout The Frontier. Anyway, what is your opinion on Todd Howard nearly closing the door on any outside studio making a new Fallout game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and consider subscribing for much more Bethesda content to come, and I'll see you later.